What's up everyone, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is the complete review of Honor 9i. This phone is sold by Honor in India at 18,000 rupees on Flipkart and their very own Honor store. It is available in 3 colors, black, gold and blue, but as of now only the gold color is available. This is how the box looks. Inside the box we get the phone, SIM card ejector, a 10 watts power adapter, earphones, micro USB charging cable, some documentation and a plastic hard case which will get scratched over time. So this is how the phone looks. It has a complete unibody metal design with rounded corners, rounded edges, plastic antenna bands and a 2.5D curved glass on the front. Honor hasn't mentioned the glass name. It's probably not from Corning. On the right it has the power and volume buttons made of metal. They are nicely elevated and have a clicky feel to them. On the left it has a SIM card tray that houses a nano SIM slot and a hybrid SIM slot. So you can add 2 nano SIM cards or a nano SIM and an SD card up to 128 GB. On the top we have a single microphone hole. At the bottom we have an audio jack, microphone hole, micro USB charging port and a mono speaker. On the front it has a massive 5.9-inch IPS display which Honor likes to call full view display with a Full HD plus resolution and 18:9 aspect ratio. So it looks more taller than the regular phones. Above the display it has a dedicated soft flash, proximity and ambient sensors, a multicolor LED notification light, followed by earpiece and dual cameras. One of them is a 13 megapixel wide camera and another one is a 2 megapixel camera used for depth sensing. On the back it has a single LED flash, followed by dual camera setup with a 16 megapixel primary camera and a 2 megapixel camera for depth sensing. Following that is a fingerprint scanner, Honor branding and some specs. Now that's the physical overview. It is very well built, but the back feels kinda boring. It has a flat back with a significant camera bump. Most importantly, it is super slippery, so it's better to use a case on it. On the front, it has a nice modern look like the current generation phones because of the huge display and smaller bezels. By the way, it also comes with a screen guard pre-applied. It's a nice touch, but a tempered glass would have been much better. It has all the basic sensors including a multicolor LED notification light, FM radio, fingerprint scanner, compass, but it is missing gyroscope. So you can't watch VR content, YouTube 360-degree videos, and it doesn't work in a VR headset. So that's a huge downside for a phone that costs 18,000 rupees. Now coming back to the fingerprint scanner, it's fast and accurate. It also comes with some gestures. Swiping down to pull down the notification bar is the most handy one. I have tested Jio and Vodafone SIMs. I didn't have any issues with signal reception. Now coming to call quality, it was good but not the best. If I give it 10 to Mi A1, I'll give this phone 8. Now for some reason even the microphone doesn't seem to be picking up the voice properly. Every time I use Google Assistant or the Google voice search, my first question is always wrongly interpreted. But the second one, it works well. I'm not entirely sure if it's the microphone's fault. Anyway, going on next, one of the highlighting features of this phone is the display. And it does live up to our expectations. Viewing angles are good, sunlight legibility is good. While watching videos, it enhances the brightness of the footage and saturates the colors. So the videos doesn't look as intended, but it does look good. While watching videos on YouTube or other streaming apps, you get 2 black borders on the left and right. As of now, there is no option to scale the video to fit the screen in these apps like the Samsung phones, but we might get it in a future update. On third-party video players like MX Player, we can scale and crop the footage. Now coming to the bezels, they are small but stick out a lot, especially in the gold color. So to have a better experience, I'll suggest you to get the black color if possible. Ambient sensor on this phone works really well. It is more sensitive than phones like Mi A1 and Moto G5s Plus. This phone comes with an IPS display with Full HD plus resolution. Something like an AMOLED screen or a Quad HD plus resolution would have been great, but this is good enough for the price. In the display department, I really don't have any complaints. I have already posted a separate camera review, so check that out for more information. With that said, here's the gist. This phone has the best cameras in its price range. Portrait shots from the front and rear look really good and satisfactory. But in almost all the cases, whether it's daylight photos or selfies, it overexposes the images and saturates the colors. It might look pleasing to the eyes, but that's not the actual image. Selfies look great because of the wide angle lens and you look fair in them because of overexposure. In low light, it automatically switches to night mode. Capturing speeds are low, but you get decently bright images with less noise. In low light, selfies and rear camera shots come out soft if you don't have stable hands. Now coming to video recording, it can only shoot video in 1080p using both the front and rear cameras, and there is no stabilization. But coming to the footage quality, Honor does a great job with exposure shift. You get a bright overexposed footage with saturated colors. I really wish they should have added electronic image stabilization just like Moto does. So guys, in the camera department, it does take great shots for the price. It comes with a Kirin 659 octa-core processor with Mali T830 MP2 GPU, 4GB RAM and 64GB of internal storage. It's built using the 16nm manufacturing process, so it's power efficient and can be comparable with phones like Mi A1, Redmi Note 4, Moto G5 Plus only in terms of CPU performance. It really has the raw numbers but doesn't work as smoothly as expected. There are no heating issues, but it's a huge letdown for gaming. Most of the high-end games like Asphalt 8 were lagging a lot. This phone comes with a heavily skinned version of Android called EMUI 5.1 based on Android 7.0 Nougat. It has a lot of cool software features like reading mode, dual apps, fingerprint gestures, motion gestures and a lot of customization options. Even the memory management is good. All that sounds great and awesome, but the software is not optimized very well. Animations look choppy, sometimes UI is smooth and sometimes it lags a lot. So as of now, though the software features are great, actual performance is very inconsistent. If you're an above average user or a heavy user, this phone will drive you crazy. In my usage, it froze and stuttered all the time when I was in a hurry, and that made me even more frustrated. With all that said, this can be fixed with an update, so let's hope Honor fixes these issues as soon as possible. This phone comes with Hisense audio enhancements and it does improve the audio on headset. Not a huge difference, but definitely better than the regular phones like Mi A1 or the Moto phones. At the bottom, it has a mono speaker and it's decently loud for media consumption, ringtones and alarms. This phone comes with a 3340 mAh battery, comes with a normal 10W power adapter, but it takes almost 2 hours to charge from 0 to 80%. That's definitely slow. Battery life is great. On average, I got 4 to 5 hours of screen on time with my variable usage, taking pictures, watching videos, calls and light gaming. So guys, if you're looking for a phone with a new modern look, good cameras with portrait shots under 20,000 rupees, this is the best choice. But it kinda sucks in terms of gaming and actual day-to-day performance, so you might end up hating it if you're an above average user. Now, if you want a phone with the new looks and performance, I suggest you to wait for the Redmi Note 5. As of now, under 20,000 rupees, if you're not picky about the display and selfies, but want good rear camera and the best performance, Mi A1 is definitely the best choice. Now coming to the pros of this phone, cameras are awesome, display is awesome, battery life is great, overall design and build are good. Now coming to the cons, charging times are super slow, performance is very inconsistent, and it's very bad for gaming. Now if you want my suggestion, I'll tell you to get this phone if you're a normal user who doesn't play games and want great cameras and an awesome looking screen. Now will I buy it? Probably no. Yes, I like the screen, I like the cameras, battery life is good, but as I've said, performance is very inconsistent and I want my phone to be very snappy. So because of that, instead of this phone, I'll go with the Mi A1 instead. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you like about this phone and what do you hate about this phone? Do let me know by commenting below this video, and if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to see more cool videos on tech. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.